Alright, this is gonna be a long video. I found out 343 has removed split screen and system link from Halo 5. They've just scrapped it. This is absurd. Why would you remove something that has been around since Halo 1? It's ridiculous. So, when you have friends over and they want to play with you, I guess you're supposed to share controllers or take turns or something. That's ridiculous. Halo has never been like that. That's just ruining the foundation of Halo. Halo was built on split screen, basically. I mean, how could you take something as simple and as basic as split screen and just remove it from a game and say you don't need it? That's a load of bull. I mean, it's been confirmed that they said they taking rid of split screen and system link. So what are you supposed to do if you don't have Xbox Live? Your game will basically be a brick. It won't be anything. It'll just be garbage, a useless disc. I mean, I don't understand what 343 is doing. Are they intentionally ruining the game? I mean, it seems like it. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, the incompetence, the sheer incompetence of 343 since the development of Halo 4 is astounding. They've been given chance after chance. I mean, Halo 4, I give that game like a 4 out of 10. And Halo 5, I give it a 0 the way it's looking. It just seems like Halo 4.5. It doesn't even seem like Halo, basically. They have aim down sights. Why is that in Halo? Why is aim down sights in Halo? That's just ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. How they steal from other games like Call of Duty, to be exact. I mean, what are they pushing here? Nobody's gonna buy this. Nobody. Unless you're like a hardcore Halo fan or just a casual that has no idea what you're doing and buying in the gaming industry. I mean, the gaming industry is just dead at this point. I mean, you got Halo, you got Call of Duty, you got Battlefield just remaking the same games over and over again with higher graphics. I mean, why would I buy those games when I could just buy the better games that were released before? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's basically saying that, oh, we're going to release the same game but worse. That's what they're saying. We're going to release the same game but 10 times worse. Halo 4, let me tell you what's wrong with Halo 4 before I get to Halo 5. I mean, Halo 4 was just a disaster. It was just a disaster. The campaign fell flat on its face. I couldn't even finish. It was so boring and downright mediocre in terms of gameplay. I mean, the story was just uninteresting. It didn't make any sense, first of all, but it was uninteresting. Oh, we got on this planet now. This. I mean, when you think about it, what are the odds of them just stumbling on a Forerunner planet when their ship's going like 2 miles per hour? I mean, wouldn't it take like 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years to be exact, to even come close to a planet in the middle of space? They were in the middle of space. They were nowhere near any planets as far as I could see. But for some reason, they just stumbled across it. They're like, oh, it's only been 3 years and we already came to our next plot device. I mean, it's just unbelievable how stupid this story is. They scrapped the good elites. They said, oh, everything that happened in Halo 3 all of a sudden basically never happened. We're not going to mention it. We're not going to do anything. it's basically just insulting to the fans. They just scrapped everything. I mean, the good elites, the good grunts, I mean, they just don't exist. The Arbiter, they're not even going to mention him. They're not even going to put him in the story. They just have these, it's basically just centered around Master Chief and Cortana. I mean, Halo 3, Halo 2, and Halo 1 have been centered around Master Chief and Cortana, but they had other characters that kept you interested, like, what's his name? Captain Keyes and Johnson, and some of the AI actually had good character development. I don't know, they said some funny stuff. But really, in Halo 2, they had Miranda Keyes, and they had Hood, whatever his name is. They had the Arbiter and other characters. And in Halo 3 and so on. I mean, you can't just have two characters. And Master Chief, he doesn't really have any emotion. I mean, just being honest, he doesn't have any emotion. His entire character development is basically just mysterious. That's what makes him a good character. He doesn't have any character development. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. He's mysterious. That's why we like him so much. You have to read the books about him to find out. And even in the books, they don't tell that much. It's just ridiculous. Master Chief never talks that much. Master Chief and Cortana never had really that much of a character development. They were just like, they'd talk once in a while. Master Chief wouldn't really talk back. He was more concerned with the mission. I mean, it was alright, but really that was a side plot. The story didn't revolve around that. The character development between Master Chief and Cortana, that's absurd to say so. The main plot was the story. The main plot in this story, I don't know what's going on. It's just so boring. I only finished the first 3 missions. Then I just said, this game's boring. I don't feel like finishing it. I'll get back to it later. I never did. I don't want to this day. I just looked up how it ended on YouTube. I just looked up the story on YouTube. I just watched all the cutscenes. And I'm glad to say I didn't miss anything. The story, from all I see, looks terrible. Really? Spoiler alert, they're going to end the game with a nuke that blows up 2 feet from Master Chief and he doesn't die. Are you serious? But 10 plasma blasts will kill him on heroic. So I don't know what's up with that. So he can't survive plasma blast, but apparently he can't survive plasma blast or pistol bullets, but he can survive a nuclear explosion. That's ridiculous. That's see that's why I stopped being a Halo fan. That's just bull crap. Like, let me get to the multiplayer, because the campaign is basically explains itself. If you like the campaign, you freaking have no idea what you're talking about compared to the other Halos. The campaign is garbage. The multiplayer for this is just rehashing other games. They're not even rehashing Halo. At least rehash your own franchise. Don't rehash Call of Duty, for Pete's sake. I mean, it's a Halo game, isn't it? At least rehash your own stuff. They're just ripping off Call of Duty. In every way possible, they added kill cams. They added kill streaks, I think. Or was it ordnance? I don't know. I never even played the multiplayer, because it's not even worth it. I saw the videos on YouTube. It's just a rehashing of Call of Duty. It's laggy. It sucks. Me and my cousin, we played multiplayer on Halo 4 beta, and it was terrible. It was the most atrocious thing ever you could ever possibly think of. We said, this game flat out sucks. We did it. We played it for like 20 minutes, then we got bored. I mean, Halo games aren't supposed to be like that. You should be able to play Halo games for like hours and hours at a time, basically all day, because that's how fun they should be, compared to Halo 3. Halo 3, I could play that game all day. Halo Reach, I could play that all day, basically. Halo 2, I've never played Halo 2 online, but I bet you could play that more than 20 minutes at a time. It's basically ridiculous what these people are saying. They're saying we should rip off other games to make our games better. That's what they're saying. I mean, it's just, oh my gosh. Let's get on to the next topic. I don't want to go on. I could go on and on about how they ripped off other games, but you already know they did. So let's just go on to the next topic, which is, frankly, the soundtrack. The soundtrack to this game is boring. It's ambience. It's too ambient. Halo games had ambience in their soundtrack, but the soundtrack wasn't all ambience. Literally, the entire soundtrack is ambience. So Halo 4 is less epic than previous Halos in terms of soundtracks, but really, soundtracks really make your game, to be honest. Especially when it comes to a game like Halo. Sci-fi games need a good soundtrack, and that's just flat out truth. I mean, how are you supposed to be vested in a story without a good soundtrack? That's just. I mean, you could literally, that game will literally put you to sleep. The way the soundtrack is, it says like, just random notes. Like, they didn't put any investment at all to the soundtrack. I mean, just a disappointment when playing the first level in the campaign. I knew something was wrong. When I played the first level in the Halo 4 campaign, I was still a Halo fan. I mean, I still have faith in Halo. I thought this game was going to be great. This game was going to be good. But I was like, okay, this game sucks. This game just sucks. I'm just at a loss of words. You're going to remove split screen. You're going to remove split screen. Really? Really? I mean, even the most basic games have split screen. Basic multiplayer games. I mean, if you have friends over your house, you are literally supposed to take turns. That's what they're saying. Because it causes slight lag. I mean, in Halo 3, they had split screen. Halo Reach, they had split screen. No lag, I mind you. In Halo 2, they had split screen. Barely any lag. Halo 1, they had split screen. No lag. So, here we are, 2015, and we have laggy gameplay. Just absolute laggy gameplay in 2015. And they're saying they can't fix this? Are you serious? They're either too lazy to implement those things because they're a lazy development company, as you can tell. They got rid of split screen in a Halo game. In a Halo game. In a Halo game. In a Halo game. And there's still 343 fans. If you're a 343 fan at this point, you're just an idiot. And when it comes in terms to games, I'm just sorry. That's just the truth. You can't support a development like this. This is just, they've been reskinning Halo Reach since Halo 4. So basically, everything looks the same since Halo 4. Halo Reach, I mean, if you compare Halo Reach and Halo 4 side to side, they basically look like the exact same game. And if you compare Halo 4 to Halo 5, they look exactly the same. So they're basically reskins. They're just adding on new weapons and add a new mediocre campaign with like 8 levels. I mean, the campaigns aren't as epic anymore either. The campaigns, they're just missions. They're just missions. They're not epic like Halo 3. Halo 3, it's basically saving the world, basically. It was on an epic scale. You actually cared about the story. Now you don't care. It's just a random missions tied into each other for some mediocre plot line. And the new enemies, I hate that too. The new enemies, they're just annoying. It's too hard, is what I'm trying to say. It's too hard. I mean, in Halo 3, you had enemies. You had the grunts, you had the brutes, you had the hunters. Now, imagine all your enemies being the hunters. That's what Halo 4 campaign feels like. It's too hard. And it doesn't take any skill, basically. You just spam. It just basically depends on what gun you have in the campaign. If you have like a pistol, you're screwed. You're screwed. There's no way around it. There's no cover. They basically don't implement any cover. When you come to a hard point in the game, you just have to run to the next spawn point. This game, man, talking about it so much makes me want to play it again, because I just want to see how terrible it is. How terrible it is. I want to play through the campaign and see how terrible it actually is. Is it really as bad as the first 3 levels? I want to find out. Maybe I'll do an update video, but I probably won't be able to play through it because the game's too boring and it takes too long. It takes too long. It's just a hassle to play this game, and that shouldn't be said with any other Halo game. Any other Halo game, I'd finish it within a day and a half. Basically, hands down. I play it all day. I take a nap. Then I wake up anxious to play it. Then I finish the game. Then I play online. And so on and so forth. This game, you can't even get past the 3 levels. It's a waste of $60. Why do people defend this? People that say they're Halo fans, why do they defend this? People will defend the split screen removal. That's just, I draw the line in the sand at that. You're not Halo fans. You're 343 fans. I draw the line in the sand. You can't say you're a Halo fan and support the removal of split screen. You support the removal of split screen and various other game types in the game. At this rate of them removing stuff more than they're actually implementing stuff, soon it will just be a multiplayer only game. Halo 6 will be multiplayer only if you keep up at this rate. I'm dead serious. Alright, so they got rid of firefight, and they got rid of a lot of forge stuff. Forge is just a joke now. Forge, I don't know. It's just terrible. It's nowhere near as good as it was in Halo 3 and Halo Reach. You can't do anything. Is basically what I'm trying to say. You can't do anything you could in Halo Reach. Not even a fraction. Barely a fraction. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is just, and they know you're going to buy this. To the people who are fanboying out, they know you're going to buy this, and they know you're going to be disappointed with the game. They know you are going to. And why is the game called Guardians anyway? I mean, there's just so many games already called Guardians or already have a Guardian in their name. It just makes the game sound even more generic and lame, like they're stealing other people's ideas. Guardians. That sounds so lame. So, rest in peace, Halo. You've had a good run. Rest in peace from like 2001 to 2011 when the Reach was made. But now it's over. You had an 11-year run. You got replaced by a crappy company called 343. They failed miserably in every way possible. They failed the campaign. They failed the multiplayer. They ruined the Forge. They destroyed local multiplayer. They just scrapped it. So, I don't know what else to say besides Halo's dead. Just a complete disaster. And I know people will buy this, but the sales will be tremendous. And I don't mean that in a good way. I do not mean that in a good way. And the sales will be, they're not going to sell over 1 million copies. That's all I know. I guarantee it. They're not going to sell over 1 million. This will be the last Halo game, I bet. They're not going to make another one. You guys do realize that, right? This will be the last Halo game. And I am borderline to say 343 might get shut down as a company. They might go out of business because of how much of a disaster this game will be. If they are so incompetent to remove split screen, then imagine what the campaign will be like. Imagine how buggy the multiplayer will be if they can't fix split screen lag. Just picture that. You'll have patches. People will be demanding patches for glitches and exploits. There'll probably be so many glitches and exploits the first day. I mean, the game's already going to lose half of its population within the first week. We already know that. The game doesn't have that much play value. That's what I'm trying to say. Why would people play Halo 4 or Halo 5 over Halo Reach? I mean, Halo Reach has more game types. You can do more in Halo Reach. It's just ridiculous. And 343 has decided to remove Spartan Ops. I think that's what it's called. One of their only original game types. And they scrapped it. Why? I don't know. Maybe they're on a deadline or something. Maybe they just want money faster. I mean, why is Halo a Halo game even being released a year apart from each other? It's not going to be as good as the other Halos. It's not going to be. You're on a strict deadline. Your deadline's too short. You can't. That's why they're reskinning Halo 4. They just care about the money now. They don't care about the actual development like Bungie did. Like Halo 1 to Halo 2 had like, I believe, a 2.5 year difference. And Halo 2 to Halo 7, geez, oh peas, that's like 5 years at least. I mean, it's just amazing. It's just downright amazing how people will defend 343. Bungie actually took pride in their games. 5 years they were working on Halo 3. That game still holds up today. The graphics and everything still hold up. What's it been like? 8 years since Halo 3, and the graphics still look better than a lot of games coming out today. And that's just downright truth. And the gameplay plays better than 99% of the games coming out today. Halo 3. It has great maps, balanced weapons, good game modes. They implemented Forge, they added theater, they added all those new game things. But what is 343 adding? No, they're not adding anything. They're taking it away. putting innovative in your press conference and then taking out everything doesn't make it innovative. I wouldn't buy this game if it was for free. It would just be a waste of space. I don't even want to support the company. I don't want to support 343 because they just ruin everything. Imagine how great Halo would be if it was still in 343's hands. And I don't know about you, but 343 has certainly declined in terms of development capabilities since Destiny. I don't like Destiny. It wasn't a good game at all. Destiny was boring, and the soundtrack was terrible. The gameplay stale. The gameplay was pretty flat. Didn't really have a lot of action, just move, shoot. Your little cube thing will talk to you every once in a while. That game was terrible. Now, you can't tell me you're a Halo fan if you like this. You can't. You just can't. Bungie would do it way better if they made Halo 4 or Halo 5. They probably have it on some epic space battles. They probably implement some huge battles in the campaign. I mean, Halo 4 didn't have any massive battles, to be honest. They have like 100 AI battling at the same time, which is sad and pathetic, because you just kill a bunch of enemies, then move on to the next area, then kill a bunch of enemies, move on to the next area. It's boring. It's very boring, which is what Halo games were, moving on to the next area, then killing a bunch of enemies. But at least they did it in epic ways sometimes. At least some of the times. And in Halo 4, and the plot always moved. The plot always moved in previous Halos. Like, a level actually had a plot in it. Halo 4 barely. Oh, go to this location. Oh, now we gotta go to this location. Oh, now we gotta go to this location. It's boring and sad. Alright, I'm gonna end this video right here. It's 4 o'clock and I'm tired, as you can tell by my voice. I'm just gonna end it. Because Halo 4, Halo 5 will be... Halo 4 is a disaster. Halo 5 is a disaster in the making. And if you do not agree with that statement, you'll see that game will be the worst game of 2016 or 2015, whenever it's released. That game will be the worst game in 2015, hands down.